Hey guys, it's Ian with Real Bermuda. How's it going today? Hope you guys are having a good day, good week. I am going to show you some stuff with my irrigation today. It's a small little DIY project that I did, and it's nothing too intense. If you've got access where you can get water to your entire lawn without having to go out into the lawn, then this will work for you. The way my yard is set up, from the perimeter of the house out to my property lines, I've got pretty good access as far as sprinkler head distance, as far as they can spray. So I don't have to go out into the lawn and put sprinklers in the lawn. So if you don't need to do that, then this will work for you. I'm going to show you just here in a second. So this system is going to be based off of the Orbit gear drive. I think it's like the 6 position head. So it has all these different settings around it. I have mine mostly set to large with the most diffusion for these short distances between the edge of the house and the property line. And then you're gonna want to get some 5/8 drip tubing, and then you're gonna want to get these adapters. All this stuff I got from Lowe's originally for my first order, and then I was short on these adapters, so I ended up getting them from Amazon for the next order. I'll try to put together like a small little page on everything you'll need and put the product links on that page, and I'll link that below in the video description. But basically I'm running it off of an Orbit manual timer. I think you can get these for like maybe 15-16 bucks at Lowe's or Home Depot. And then again, the 5/8 drip tubing here, and then the female adapters as well as the male adapters, and then they also make the Y splitter as well. So basically what I've got here is, from this one spigot, I've got 2 sprinklers, one down there in that corner, one in this corner, and the one on this corner will spray an arc 180 degrees. So from about here all the way around to there, and that covers this whole section. And then same thing for the sprinkler down here. This one does another 180 degree arc and covers this whole section here. And so yeah, the 5/8 strip tubing kind of just tucks in against the house there. I've gone through in some spots where it was kinking out, and I've gotten these little 3M kind of anchor points that I've put on the foundation of the house, and then a zip tie around just to secure the hose to that so that it doesn't kink way out and around and make a big bow out into the yard. And then obviously if you've got flower beds along all sides of your house or something, it's going to work a lot better. But for me, I'm just kind of cutting the grass a little bit taller in that area to kind of hide it. And I think when you step back, you can't really tell much. I mean, from a distance, you know, it looks pretty clean. So that's the setup on this side. The only manual sprinklers that I still have to connect with a hose are these for the front, and these just spray. One of them sprays 180 for the top half, and then another 180 for the bottom half down here. So coming into this side of the house, it's basically the same setup. I did use a brass connector here to bring the spigot out and down more flat against the house so that it wasn't sticking out away from the house. And then I've got my 4 I guess valves or spigots, the splitter coming off of the timer itself, so I can set the timer to whatever I want and then just choose to open whichever valve I want. So this one here is one hose that goes out and feeds that sprinkler down there. And then this one here is obviously just my hose if I need to do some spot watering, or I can pull that hose around the edge of the garage to fill up my spray tank. And then this one here again comes down to a splitter, and that runs out to this one and sprays this area. The first one on that runs out to this sprinkler here, and that sprays the whole front section up here. So there is a little bit where I'll have to like come in spot water like this area manually, just because this sprinkler, if I tried to spray this, it would be spraying all the way over at my neighbor's house. So so I got one sprinkler there for the front, one sprinkler here for this section, and then on that same splitter it comes down, so that's the one that covers this area, and then here it goes out to this sprinkler right here by the AC unit, and then that covers this area here. So this whole side of the house is covered, and that front area up there is also covered, and then obviously the other side of the house is entirely covered. And then to get to the back, to cover the back, I have one more spigot here, hose coming out, and that runs behind the AC, and then I just put a little 90-degree joint right there, and then that runs on down to these other two sprinklers. And then these overlap a good bit, so this one and this one run on the same circuit or zone, however you want to call it, and this one probably sprays 4 to 5 feet past this one, and this one sprays pretty much all the way to that corner of the house. So the area here gets a lot of coverage, nice heavy coverage, and that's perfect because that's where I want to put a putting green eventually, and I'm kind of beginning the top dressing process of that. And so when I put out sand, I can turn on this bag section for like 30 minutes and water the sand in, and it does a perfect job. So I'm gonna go turn on a section and kind of just show you guys how it works. Okay, so let's just say I want to run the back section. That's going to be this spigot here. I'm going to turn that to the on position, and then on my timer, this valve is always open, so there's water pressure always coming from the house into the timer. So then to turn it on, there's this little notch on the bottom of the timer. You press that down and then just twist. So put it on for maybe 5 minutes there, and if we go back here, voila, we have coverage, and you can see how the two of those overlap a good bit. And they spray well out into the bushes over here, so really cover every square inch of the back lawn here. And again, I want to put a putting green pretty much right in the center there, probably about 25 feet long by like maybe 10 feet wide or so, something like that. So I'm gonna get perfect coverage out of this. Okay, so we've turned the back off, and now let's just say we want to water the front section, that portion up there. Well, all I do is come here. The timer's still going from where I had it on the back, but set the timer and then turn on the valve, and boom, there we go. Alright guys, so that's it. Just a quick video on a DIY irrigation. I think altogether with the hose, the sprinklers, the fittings, maybe cost me 160, 180 bucks, something like that. It just totally depends on how many sprinklers you need. Those are like 20 bucks a pop, so you know, it's kind of up to you. But for I think 150 or maybe 200 feet of hose. It was 50-60 bucks. It really wasn't bad at all. I'll put, like I said, I'll put a web page together with the products and, you know, that you need and everything, the links to them, and I'll put that in the description below here. But thanks for watching. If you've got questions, comment. If you like the video, thumbs up, and if you want to see more of this, subscribe. Appreciate it, guys.